Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is MarkTech with my much announced and actually fulfilled promise to make a live reaction to the Galaxy Unpacked event. And as you can see, I have the video prepared right here. It's supposed to be starting in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna leave the live feed basically here. I'm just gonna reduce volume. Anybody, you can let me know in the chat whether or not the audio levels are acceptable, whether or not you're even interested in me reacting to something Samsung related. But I thought if I were gonna make a rumor analysis video before the device gets launched, I might as well react to the real thing. And then soon there will be more Apple content as Apple announces quarterly earnings. I might react to some HomePod reviews, something like that. So yeah, if you are more for Apple here, don't fret. This will be the majority of my content, but I thought it would be fun to react to this, and maybe later to some reviews, especially if they're surprising, because in my rumor reaction video I kind of mentioned that I don't expect too revolutionary things here. But I mean, look at basically this video stream. They're advertising the living F out of the potential for better night photography. Again, they've kind of done this for the last 3 years, so I'm not inclined to believe that this will be like the biggest step ever. Even if it is, there's still some room for Samsung to catch up to Apple and Google Pixel devices in that regard. However, I am overall happy to see just genuine improvements. As you know, my favorite thing for this will be the inclusion of the Snapdragon processor in all worldwide Galaxy S23 devices, something that previously wasn't the case because we had to deal with crappy Exynos chips here in Germany and many other markets. Obviously, when I talk about Germany, Europe, I try to focus on my own experience, as I've owned several Galaxy devices, primarily as secondary phones. I've tried out many devices that were owned by friends and family members. So Samsung is my second best known brand when it comes to smartphones and tablets. And TVs, LG being the first. But I really am not a hater here. Like a lot of I know there's like this perception of like an Apple fanboy who just cannot wait for Samsung to get something wrong here, or for Apple to do one thing much better. That's not what I'm here for. I care about the overall experience a device provides. And I think that Samsung, except for like some not so great animations and stuff like that, has been pretty good over the years, especially for the value they provide, with a little bit more hardware for your money, like a little more RAM, a little more storage, an extra camera here or there, as long as we aren't talking about macro cameras. God, please destroy all macro cameras that just exist to be macro cameras, especially now that ultra wides can take that functionality. What waste of space in a smartphone. But yeah, so this comes from as a Samsung amateur, you could say. I'm not an enthusiast, but I dabble a little bit in the Samsung game. I'm kind of disappointed by what they're showing here. Like epic nights are coming and stuff like that. Yes, I understand what they're trying to advertise, like more cameras, better night photography, but that kind of makes it underwhelming, right? When we had like that night sky announcement for the iPhone, basically, we basically expected either much better night photography or something with satellite connectivity, which this phone is likely to get satellite connectivity. It might match some features like crash detection, stuff like that. Why don't you provide some kind of glimpse here? Especially since Samsung phones really aren't some big secret anymore, right? They have already shown how those devices are gonna look. Like you can go like to some Korean stores and basically right on top they will just show you, yeah, S23 coming soon, pre-order for $100 less. You can obviously pre-order on their website. So I'm kind of a little confused by the concept that like, why isn't even like the build up to the stream a little more revealing, since everything is basically as close to revealed as it gets. That's always a little weird to me outside of Apple events. Sorry, I'm not shooting a gun here. This is my obligatory Coke to stay awake. Anybody who's watching live, let me know if everything is alright with the audio. I did my usual checks where I looked at if like my audio is okay, the audio of the streamer is okay, but last time I did that, it still resulted in the actual stream being messed up, so let me know if that works for you. God, I wish my grandma could comment here, because she's always watching, but I think she's too shy to comment. Yeah, so that's basically it. It starts in 9 minutes. I thought I would just go live a little sooner to make sure that, for one, I don't miss when it actually starts, to figure out any kind of technical problems beforehand. And also, like, if somebody comes on and wants to ask some questions, I'm there. Last time it happened right at the end of the stream. I don't know how long I will stay after the actual stream, because I really will probably want to go to bed unless the Coke really wakes me up. But overall, I'm just happy to share that experience. Okay, Angelica in the chat. Guys, I will very briefly switch the language. Kannst du mir sagen, ob die Audiospur komplett in Ordnung ist? Ob du meine Stimme gut hörst und ob der Stream nicht zu laut oder zu leise ist? Okay, guys, this was for a German viewer I know, so this is basically me just trying to get it all right. So as much input as I can take, I will take it, and I will let you guys know if it works. And you will let me know if it works, obviously. So, take a look. So, gonna just check that everything is all right. So, and then we just wait a little bit, like 7 minutes. I don't think that will kill anybody. You can let me know anything you want to know. Like, again, like the moon stuff, like with 3 O's, like we get it, Samsung, and wow, and Epic Nights, like come on. When before Apple events, and I hope that this will be my last fanboyish Apple comment, but I just... Before Apple events, we get some banger music, like anybody, like some of my favorite songs. Like, I'm not a guy who like usually cares about discovering a lot of music, but there is a ton of like pretty obscure stuff. Like recently it's been more like very popular stuff that comes on, but there's some great music that you can discover if you're like pre-watching an Apple event like 10 minutes before it starts or something like that. I honestly think that's pretty awesome. Here, this is just like, oh god, this is such lame like background music. It's not even like really fitting for like a slogan like Epic Nights to come, something like that. Look, it's just a loop, no creativity, nothing. Oh god, I hope this is the least inspired part of the show and that it doesn't get worse. That's kind of been like, okay, I've been let know that the audio is okay, but anybody for whom it's not okay, I know there will be a lag. I don't quite know how to fix it except to force OBS into like a mode that is such low quality. Like, the problem is I'm not in the room where my router is, which results in me having like still not the best possible latency. My internet speed is more than good enough. So this is just me having to figure it out eventually. I'll probably move my streaming arrangement into the other room and then get an Ethernet adapter for my Samsung. For my Samsung. Oh my god, for my MacBook Pro. Jesus, guys, I'm not using a Samsung laptop. Please don't unsubscribe. 43 people who have actually subscribed to me, please don't leave me. I'm seriously not using a Samsung laptop. Here, if I can go, you see, this is a Mac settings bar. You can even see me streaming. This is OBS. So, okay, so we are basically like 5 minutes in, or before it starts. We're 10 minutes into the stream. We have 3 viewers. Awesome. I think I'm one of the 4 now, because I have my stream open separately on my iPad where I can respond to chat. Chat, be not too vicious if you're a Samsung hater, or just in general, if you prefer my content for Apple, I can kind of understand. But competition is good for the market. Kind of sucks that Samsung will be likely adopting Apple's strategy to increase prices outside of the US. Especially now, by the way, that the euro is up significantly again, right? It was like 1-to-1 with the US dollar. Now it's like 1.1-to-1, so it's like 10% more valuable, quote unquote, than the dollar. Yet still prices are being hiked up, which kind of sucks if you live here. But okay, what can you do, right?
That's not nice.
Yeah, well, I don't know what wasn't nice. That was Siri on my Apple Watch. I have no idea how that happened. Going into theater mode and everything else is on Do Not Disturb. So in 3 minutes we should be getting the best event ever. Okay, so from my end everything is working. There is a small delay from what I see. But I think it's livable. That's kind of also the problem with like highly repetitive content that we're currently seeing on screen. I cannot really say, is it like the one animation from like this one cycle, or is it like predating like 5 cycles before that? But we will see when the stream actually starts. So my iPad is on silent, my iPhone is on silent, my Apple Watch is on silent and in theater mode, and my Mac also is on Do Not Disturb, I believe. Yes. Okay. Seems to be working all right. I have no idea how we went back to one watching, because I am also watching. Apparently it doesn't count me. Okay, that's good. Then I know that there is always somebody watching. Okay. Should have probably come on like 10 minutes before the stream. This is really boring. I kind of expected to have something exciting beforehand. So this is me being actually pretty disappointed in Samsung right away. Do not recommend, guys. Throw away your Samsung phones. No, seriously, this is just me really critiquing like the style of the show. And check everything else. Yep. Twitter is also active, but I don't expect to interact with anything significant on Twitter right now. It's usually just if there is some extra spicy news, or if there's like some summary, maybe I missed something during the actual video. I'm not actually gonna think that I will scroll back and forth or anything. I will just make sure that I get as much as possible. Also, guys, to anybody who might want me to go on camera, now I'm not gonna tell you I'm ugly, I'm not. But my stream setup is not really good for video. Like I don't have a professional camera. Don't ask me why I never bothered to get one. And simply in how I sit and everything, like the way I would have to place my iPhone and with charging and everything, it would just be too cluttered. Even if it would work and I could get all the cables out of the way, it would take me literally like half an hour to set up the stream every time, because I'm not a professional streamer. I'm not keeping it all the time there. especially with my iPhone, because that's what goes into my pocket. So yeah, I will eventually go on camera, probably in 2 months or so. But and I might do some tests before that where you see my beautiful visage, but that's not the main thing I'm trying to do. Okay, it's starting, guys. Let me know if the stream itself is loud enough. I'm gonna probably like increase here. Okay. Oh god, please don't tell me that this is gonna take too long. Okay, so Galaxy, yeah, we got that branding, yeah. If I ever get like really silent, that's me contemplating what is happening. Like I don't forget that I stream. Okay, February 1st. Yeah, this isn't an Apple event. I don't know the people here.
2023.
Yay, 2023. We made it to 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Online and in person. I can feel the energy in the room. It is good to be back together. This
I have to
is
increase
an
volume, I
extraordinary
think.
moment. More than ever, people turn to brands they trust for the tools on which they can depend to navigate our rapidly changing world. At Samsung, this demand for trusted
I think it's
performance
kind of weird to point out
pushes
that
us
you
to deliver
now need more devices
meaningful
now that we've
innovations
gotten out of our
beyond the
home.
specs.
I mean,
It pushes
cameras,
us
I
to
guess,
create
right?
devices that are truly the best and be a brand you can be proud of. Technology that is great right now and still great years from now,
Okay,
with
so
even less impact on our planet.
so
And
they're
there's no
doing
better
the
proof
usual, the
than
device lasts long.
industry-leading
That's good.
Galaxy S series. For more than a decade, the Galaxy S series has redefined what a smartphone can deliver,
Not.
constantly pushing the envelope of
No, seriously, I
groundbreaking
love the original
technology
Galaxy
and
Note.
reliable
Like,
performance.
that's what I
And this
thought was
year's
peak
S
Samsung.
series continues in that intrepid tradition, building on a S series legacy, exceeding your
Yeah, you're building on
expectations.
legacy. It looks literally the
Once
same
again,
as last year.
redefining what a smartphone can be. With the most impressive ProRed camera, you can take the best photos in any light.
Okay,
With
like
the most powerful,
the
but
the
also
photos we see
power-efficient
here, like,
performance,
okay,
you can open up the ultimate productivity and creativity experience.
like the
the
photos
palm
we
of your
get
hand.
like through the stream,
And the exciting
like,
part is,
for one, I
your
never
Galaxy
trusted, but
is
the other point
expanding.
is that it's
Whenever you add
even
new
if it's
devices
like
or
later
services,
uploaded and you
you
can like
unlock an
view it
even
on
better
demand and not on
experience.
stream,
With a
it's
seamless
still not like
connectivity
a
in a
108
growing
megapixel or
ecosystem.
550
So you
megapixel
can
photo,
do,
or sorry,
create,
200
and
megapixel
accomplish
photo.
more with your Samsung Galaxy device.
Okay.
Meaningful innovation doesn't stop at the best performance. It also means devices that are engineered to last longer. With industry-leading durability, easy repairability,
That's
and software
not
updates
true.
for years to come.
That's not true. Industry-leading
And this
durability and
extends to the materials
repairability
we
is
use,
simply not true.
including
And this
more
isn't me like
recycled ocean-bound
being
plastic,
super pro Apple.
plus
Like Apple is more
recycled
durable,
metals
yes, but Apple
and
is
glass.
less repairable.
We
And
earn and re-earn your trust with quality. And with purposeful design and performance that is setting a new standard again and again. Today, we are excited to introduce two amazing devices.
okay, true.
The Galaxy S23, our best Galaxy S series ever, and our new Galaxy Book 3 PCs with our first Ultra PC.
Oh man, I hope we would
The
get
Ultra
like a
brand
Galaxy
means
Watch, but I'm
big.
excited to
It
see
means
some
bold.
laptops.
It means the best of the best. We created these
They are
devices
doubling down
to
on the
set
Ultra
new
branding.
premium
They
standard
expect Apple
for
to copy
innovation,
that branding.
to deliver powerful performance without compromise.
There's
For
always
every
compromise.
consumer
I hate that.
and for the planet we share.
Whenever somebody says that,
But
even
we
when
do not
Apple
have
says
to
it,
take
it's
my word.
uncompromised. Like, yeah, from the
is
technological state that we are in, but not
The
overall.
presentations you will see today were all filmed with the Galaxy S23 Ultra.
Okay. I'm
Welcome
trying to
to
also
Pompeii.
rewatch it on a smaller screen because it looks really shite on a 4K display. Like, I have like a 55-inch TV connected. Literally the same design as before. Wait, okay, yeah, so they're literally pointing out how little they've changed by just erasing that border that was never really necessary in the first place, but I actually like design-wise. I'm not gonna lie, this looks clean. I like the S23 and 23 Plus design. I really am not a fan of the S23 Ultra. Okay, the colors. That's almost the image I'm using in my thumbnail. That's funny. Ooh, Drew Blacara, I have no idea who it is. Oh,
the Galaxy experience has always been fueled by our commitment to deliver innovation and technology to help you do more each day.
Okay, yeah.
The power of Ultra comes from our best hardware working hand in hand with our most
Come on,
innovative
like people
software.
complain about like the pro
It stands
branding
out
on
by
Apple
introducing
devices, but
groundbreaking
here's like a
experiences
company
year
saying
after
the
year,
power of
representing our
Ultra.
most cutting-edge products. Ultra was inspired by the Galaxy Note series, combining powerful performance and an outstanding S Pen with a best-in-class camera and the entertainment experiences of our S series. I think you'll agree, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is as iconic and striking as ever.
Yeah,
This
what
year,
guys?
the
You
Galaxy
haven't changed
S23
it. Come on.
and S23 Plus take cues from this groundbreaking design, creating a cohesive look and feel across the series.
Like, oh come
From
on, you
design
cannot
to
like.
power to intelligence, the elements of Ultra.
That's like when
come
Apple
together
like
in our
introduced
best
like
camera
the
yet.
jet black finish on the
In
iPhone
fact,
7
the
Plus
presentations
and
of
made a
today's
video
Unpacked
about
were
it.
filmed using
This
the
is
Galaxy
more
S23
cringe
Ultra.
than that.
To show us what the Galaxy S23 Ultra's
So I'm not
pro-grade
trying to
camera
hate
can
on
do.
Samsung here. I'm
Worked
pointing
with
out that Apple
world-renowned
does some of the same
director-producer
shit
Sir
just
Ridley
with better
Scott
production.
to create a special film. He's best known for his iconic films Alien Covenant, that's right,
You wait, what?
Gladiator, The Martian.
Why are you mentioning Alien
His
Covenant
approach to
before
cinematography and visual
Alien?
storytelling highlights the capabilities of our most powerful camera.
Are you kidding me?
It's truly a sight to behold.
Behold, it's a very simple piece of.
I love Ridley Scott, by the way.
We're in an environment
Like,
which is
I
aggressive,
think a lot of his
and
movies
every turn
get a
this
bad
man
rap, like
takes
Alien
seems to
Covenant
have
and
an
stuff.
aggressive
Not the
side.
greatest movie, obviously.
finds
Like, he was
absolute
better when he
peace
was
with an
younger,
animal with a
but
horse that he
he's a
turns at
good
the end.
director.
Out of a
Like, a
dark
great
world
director, obviously, but
becomes good
you know what I
things
mean.
with
Like,
good behavior.
better than a
It
lot
is
of younger
therefore a
people
little
give
bit
him credit
poetic.
for. Cute horse.
And I thought it's a great challenge. It's a very interesting challenge. But
Boo,
the scary
not
thing
enough
is,
horse.
Small object is going to take the place of all the big cameras, which is great.
This is, by the way, when I think, and this is a similar complaint that I have about Apple, once you're working with something like this, right, with like something big, right, and you already have like batteries attached and everything, why would you use a smartphone, right? Like, use a professional camera in that point. A smartphone makes sense if like Apple had like some great shots where like the phone was like literally close to the dirt. There's something that like was pointed out, like you would need some really special lenses because the overall camera is so big. But here you are using basically the advantage of the iPhone size, but you aren't like, that's literally not what's happening here. Like, he's using it the same way he would use a professional camera. Like, this might as well be a red hydrogen or whatever. it's also like, is it just me? Like, Samsung doesn't trust, I think, their devices, right? Like, oh, okay, we get some like 1 to 2 second footage clips, right? Okay, cute horse, great. But then always we zoomed on the actual camera. You aren't letting the actual Samsung speak. You are letting like videos of the device speak, right? Am I crazy here, guys? Like you've literally shown like us nothing. Like, I understand it's, they're probably gonna cut it on YouTube or something.
And we can't wait for you to see it.
Wait.
The Galaxy S23 Ultra.
Oh, so it's like an amateur film from Ridley Scott or something? Like,
it's the most advanced camera ever on a Galaxy device. And with the cameras on the Galaxy S23 series, you'll be able to capture and share pro-grade content too. Over to Jax to tell you more.
Thanks, Drew.
that's such
When we
bad
create memories,
quality,
we
like
often rely on our
skies
smartphones
blown
to preserve
out.
those moments.
That's
That
probably
means
not even the
quality of
phone's
our camera is
fault.
super important.
That's just Jesus.
With Super HDR, you can capture a wider range of light and dark tones in your
Super
videos with more
HDR.
accurate colors. The cameras combine readings from both low and high ISO to produce high-quality images with a wider 12-bit dynamic range spectrum of colors.
That's good. 12-bit
This
is
means
good.
that your footage will depict light and dark areas more accurately, thanks to the 1.5 times increase in full well capacity,
Oh,
which
well.
increases the maximum amount of charge that each pixel can hold before saturation,
Okay.
allowing us to bring
Not an
4K
expert
Super
on this.
HDR
We're gonna
technology
take it at face
at
value.
60 frames per second to both the rear and front cameras for the very first time.
Wait, what?
It's
It's
all
the
made
first
possible
time?
by the new advanced sensor on the Galaxy S23 series. It supports Super HDR to improve color clarity and allows for faster processing, which is necessary when capturing in high quality. With this model's processor, you can now film in 8K at 30 frames per second with a wider angle for a more cinematic feel. We've also enhanced the camera to
I
absorb
still probably wouldn't
2.5
want to
times more
film
light
at
than
30
before,
FPS.
giving you brighter footage.
Great for them
Your
to basically
photos should
point
be
out
as
how
epic as your
crappy
videos.
8K used to
The
be.
Galaxy S23 Ultra packs 200 million pixels in the main wide camera.
By the way, when I get like
That means
still
you
like
can
that
even capture
and
details of
like
the
mumble,
background in your
that's
images.
mumbling for me.
These pixels transform based on lighting conditions with our new adaptive pixel sensor.
Okay,
When lighting
that's
is low,
smart technology.
16 pixels combine into one larger pixel to capture more light, resulting in brighter photos.
Yeah, 16 pixels basically like
In
grid
standard
by
lighting conditions,
4 by
the
4.
pixels combine into groups of 4 through our new tetrasquaring process,
And that's 2 by
resulting in
2.
higher
That's
quality
50 megapixels.
50 megapixel images.
So my math still works in my head.
Of course,
If my mom
amazing
is watching,
photos
I hope
require
she's
more than
happy.
high resolution. We've made it easier to autofocus with Super Quad Pixel, which uses each of the 200 million pixels to easily bring your subject into sharp focus.
Okay, is it going to be a
By
2x?
using 4 adjacent pixels
Yeah,
to detect
it's a
differences from left
2x
to right and
digital
top to
zoom
bottom,
that
it allows the camera to
what
autofocus
Apple does
faster
basically by
because
going
it
from
has more
48
points
to
of
12
reference.
megapixel. Samsung
This
is
gives you the power to shoot higher quality and more accurate photos, which is super helpful in
Wait.
low light conditions, where it's typically more difficult to focus.
okay, so this is focus,
These
not zoom.
innovations
Okay,
behind the screen are incredible.
got
So
confused
how
there.
can you use these developments in your everyday?
She seems nice, not necessarily the greatest presenter. Oh my god, that was such a nothing burger. Like, I know Apple doesn't talk much about like hardware
So whether
specs,
you're
but like
just
that was
beginning to
kind
explore
of
content
bad.
creation, or you're a professional filmmaker, the cameras on the Galaxy S23 series help you capture photos and videos.
Guys, I
in
love
epic
iPhones.
detail.
I
To
wouldn't
bring the
use one
shots
for
they envision to
professional
life, Pro Video
videography.
Mode gave our directors the ability to meticulously change their camera settings for focus, white balance, ISO, and more.
That is still the best on a Sony
And with
device.
Clean Preview, they were able to remove the UX when monitoring takes, which means they could frame every shot with ease.
What? Okay.
This is a new feature added to Camera Assistant, our app that allows you to choose and adjust a range of camera settings, from activating a faster shutter to auto lens switching. The Galaxy S23 series brings you more flexibility.
I just
help you
cannot
create
imagine in
share-worthy
what
content,
scenario I would
whether
want
you're
the phone
documenting
to
your
switch the
vacation
lenses
or
by
making a film of your own.
itself. Like,
With photos from my gallery, I
no.
often create
I would want like
high-quality
easy
GIFs to share with
external
friends and
controls to
family.
switch between them.
But some of
but
my favorite
not
GIFs that I
auto.
receive or I find online are low resolution. With GIF Remaster, I can sharpen
GIF
each
Remaster.
frame to enhance the quality of GIFs that somebody else created.
Like
You can
the
also
police
take
show
videos
like
and
meme of
photos
like
that are
"Yes!"
out of this world. Astro Hyperlapse allows
I
everyday
don't care about
users to capture
astrophotography.
the
I
starry
really
night
don't.
sky with
Like,
professional quality. And with
Pixel
Expert
is the
Raw,
best at this. Maybe
users
this will
can get
catch up.
detailed metadata for more creative control. To help you easily take photos that would usually require an elaborate setup, we're also introducing multiple exposures and astrophoto to Expert Raw. These are just a few of the ways that the premium offerings
This
of
is
the
such a weird
Galaxy
way
S23
to advertise the
series
phone to
let
the
you
general
easily
public.
create
Like, if you
professional
go to the
content
mountains
every day.
and use
tell you more,
an extra app
back to
and
Drew.
probably
Thanks, Jack.
use a tricorder, like, you will have better astrophotography.
The Galaxy S23 Ultra delivers pro-grade camera experiences that let you capture life as you see it. We introduced nightography last year to help you take
I
crisp
kind
and
of
clear
understand why
photos in
some
low
people are
light.
tuning out. We had
And
like
this
6
year,
people, now
we're
we
taking
are
that
3.
power to the next
I'm
level,
bored too,
so you
guys.
can capture striking footage with vivid colors even at night. To showcase its capabilities, the esteemed and award-winning director Na Hong-jin created a film using the Galaxy S23 Ultra.
I'm pretty
He's known
worse
for his films
in-
The Wailing, The Chaser, and The Yellow Sea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
His unmistakable
the
style
the
uses
Chaser,
dark
I know.
imagery,
The other two I
combining
actually
elements
don't.
of horror
So
and
no wonder I
suspense
didn't know him by
to
name.
tell stories that are both entertaining and profound. Let's go behind the scenes to see how Na Hong-jin used the Galaxy S23 Ultra to capture an action-packed thriller in the dark.
Okay, so this is more like video nightography. Good, good.
신념에 관한 영화고요. 스스로의 가치에 대한 그 무게감이
I'm kind of a little worried about like
적은 것이 아니라면
artifacts
복합적인
a little
얘기들을
bit
한번
with like going
해보고
from such a high megapixel count. Especially like the sensor is like, I believe we are moving from like 1 by 1.33 to 1 by 1.3, so we don't have that big of an increase in actual sensor size. It's also interesting that they are talking about repeatedly about one camera on one of their phones, right? Like somehow we are forgetting like the regular zoom, the ultra zoom, the ultra wide. We are forgetting like the S23 and S23 Plus completely. I don't know. They've talked about like performance, but like it's weird that they haven't like once, I believe, for now said that it's powered by Snapdragon. I think they're a little embarrassed to say that, like, oh, the main improvement of this device is that it has less Samsung hardware in it on a worldwide basis.
하면 정말 재밌어진다 상황이 이런 느낌이 들었어요.
스마트폰으로 촬영을 하는 데 있어갖고 가장 신경을 쓰는 부분들이 카메라 무빙을 자제하고 되도록이면 팬을 잘 안 하려고 하거든요. 그런데 이번 같은 경우는
Guys, that's such peak content. Once again, we are more like, okay, they're showing the actual thing. Oh god. I think those films will be available on YouTube or something like that. They make it sound as if it's like part of their actual like professional movies, which is kind of insane. Like I know that sometimes like like smartphones are used for like a few select shots, but they usually have to get cleaned up significantly.
그런 면에서 작은 카메라가 갖는 가장 큰
Thinks it's the
장점이
greatest
아닐까.
film. Okay, so he's also pointing out benefits of a smaller camera.
충분히
still need a giant rig
전문적인
though.
영상에 들어갈 수 있을 만한
I mean, you
클립들을
can
만들 수
probably
있을
more
것 같아요.
easily angle it, right? But what he was doing just right now, like that's like the peak dream of using smartphones, like using them as handheld cameras, but that's not good enough.
이 스마트폰이 있다면 최소한 이 정도의 퀄리티를 낼 수 있다라는 그 의미일 테니 다른 분들께서도 아주 좋게 잘 활용할
It
수
still has the
있을
shot
것
on
같다라는
smartphone
생각이
look,
들었습니다.
the same as it is for iPhones. Like I'm a big believer in like big sensors and stuff like that for actual professional video. Okay.
Wow. It's incredible what announcemt could bring to life with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And even more impressive, it was all filmed in low light. This all-new experience helps everyone create epic content with Galaxy. Here's Uni to tell you more.
Wait, more?
Thanks, Drew. The Galaxy S23 Ultra takes the innovation of nightography to the next level. As you just saw, it has the power to bring the details of that ominous night to life. Just imagine the things you'll be able to create.
That was a
All you
weird
need
cut.
to do is bring your ideas and Ultra will do the rest. Filmmakers know that filming in low light can be challenging, often resulting in shaky footage, noise, glare,
Yes,
and
if you're
color
using a
saturation.
crappy digital camera from the
The
early
Galaxy
2000s,
S23 Ultra is designed to tackle these
and
challenges
even then
help
you can still
capture
do some
pro-grade
amazing
videos.
results with it. Like Collateral,
Optical
one of my
image
favorite movies
stabilization,
ever.
or OIS, is a technology that helps increase the steadiness of your footage. It adjusts the lens in the opposite direction
Yeah,
of
optical
motion
image
detected while
stabilization,
filming.
yes, we've
On the
had that.
Galaxy S23 Ultra, we've doubled OIS's capabilities to increase the area in which motion can be offset. This OIS hardware works alongside adaptive VDIS to analyze and subdivide your movements and to recognize light conditions around you.
The problem is I understand the
Improved software
terms
and
they're
AI
using, and
further strengthen the
I
low-light
am
video experience.
mildly impressed by some
A
of the
dedicated
things
new
going
image
on here,
processing
but the
algorithm
presentation
separates
style
noise
is so
and details
ass, and they're
by
talking
performing
so little
multi-frame
about
processing
like
with
the
AI,
actual
which combines
phone,
multiple
right?
images
Like
across
if they had
frames to
like
reduce
taken
noise.
this and presented it, okay, this
The
was what
Galaxy
like the
S23
S22 would
uses
look.
an enhanced solution to reduce
Oh my god, is this?
overexposure and
Oh,
color
I
saturation
thought that
in
was the
your videos.
comparison to like last gen. I know Apple doesn't do it, but that was
What
what's
this
great
all
about
means
like
is
some
that with
Samsung events
nightography on the
and some
Galaxy
Google
S23
events to
Ultra,
see
your
the actual
creations will be so
improvements.
good, the only thing left to do will be to share them. Nightography on the Galaxy S23
I also hate the
series
term
isn't just for videos,
nightography.
it's for photos too. Come on, let's go. With our improved night solution, the image sensors on the Galaxy S23
I prefer
series work to
eveningography.
minimize visual noise. And an AI-powered ISP algorithm enhances object details and color tone. This makes snapping a photo at night easier. And for portraits, AI stereo depth map is able to detect
Okay, portrait
individual
still
objects.
zooms in first.
It
Okay,
can even
but they had the
separate a
one
person's
ads there.
glasses from the background of your photo. So the details of your portrait are crisp and clear.
I mean, yes, I understand it. Those are things
Nightography
it's
on
doing,
Galaxy
but this is
S23
what
series
phones have
brings
been
you
doing for
even
like
more ways to
5
capture what's
years.
around you.
I understand the
let's bring
arguments
it back
like,
to the real
oh,
world.
it does that, but better. But like, come on.
I'm really excited to try out the Galaxy S23 Ultra's camera at some of my favorite spots. Life gets busy, and it can be hard to get everyone
She in a
together.
green
But
screen?
when
Why
I
does
do,
everything behind
I
her
always try
look
to
so
take at least one
two-dimensional?
group selfie with my friends and family. Before, I never really got asked to share my photos. But now, with the Galaxy S23 series, everyone always wants me to share photos with them.
Wait, like you're working for Samsung and like people thought the S22, 21, etc. were so crappy they never wanted.
Engine recognizes different objects, like our hair and clothes.
Oh come
and
on, guys!
separates them
That's
from the
phones
background.
have been doing that for like.
Then it enhances the details of each object for clear photos and videos.
I mean, the photos still kind of look
Meanwhile,
ass though,
the
right?
camera's dual-pixel
Like,
technology
and it's not the
improves
fault, right?
autofocus,
It's the
so
front
you can see the
camera
depth
is
and detail more
smaller, so I don't expect perfect selfies.
depending
But
on the mood you
like
want
when
to
you're
convey in your
talking so
selfie,
much about
we've
it,
added color tone, which lets you choose from natural or warm tone.
Oh, so you did what Apple did,
And
but
that's
just much
the beginning
worse.
of the epic camera experience that Galaxy S23
Like photographic
series
styles, I assume, or is this just a
provides. Your
filter?
gallery will be full of share-worthy photos and videos that truly capture your favorite memories in vivid color. So get ready, because everyone will be asking, hey, can you send me that?
Ready?
Oh, this is such
So it all
Zoomer
started when I was at a
mentality.
friend's party. Mia, can you send me that? Sure. Everyone keeps asking.
Mia, can you send me that?
Even my French neighbor.
Mia.
I love that it showed that like
Send me
a
that.
ton of it was like
Sorry, Steve.
post-processing.
I mean, all the time.
Can you send me that?
I'm not making this up.
Hey,
How can you make something that is like called
Sure.
"Can you send me that" and you don't like have like an airdrop style solution introduced next to it? Like, I think people just don't understand.
These days, we all share important memories on social media. It's how we keep up with friends and family. I usually share vacation photos. And a lot of the times, the people who are there with me see my posts and ask for the originals to keep for their memories.
Okay.
Sharing full resolution files is simple with Quick Share. I can
Okay,
easily
okay,
share
now-
original files, even to friends on a different platform. The Galaxy S23 series gives you the power to create and
Yeah, I
share.
believe that's what
And with our
you
most
can use
powerful
with
camera
like
yet,
Windows.
it has something for everyone, whether you're a professional or just love to take pictures with friends, family, or pets. These cameras combine incredible hardware and innovative software to take your photos and videos to the next level.
Okay, but like there was
The
nothing new
Galaxy
about Quick
S23
Share
and
here.
S23 Plus bring you a 50 megapixel wide camera.
The same as
And the
last
Galaxy
year.
S23 Ultra provides our highest resolution.
Those are
with a
pretty.
200
Those are
megapixel
exactly
camera.
the same specs across the board,
Powered by a
aren't they?
revolutionary image
Like, does
sensor,
anything
you can enjoy a
change?
groundbreaking
Great for them to
professional
show the
camera
specs. Like
experience
this is
and take
literally
advantage of
like the
everything from
only
Super
thing that
HDR
changes.
to our AI
so
camera,
the 200
and that's
megapixel
across the
camera.
entire Galaxy S23 series.
Oh,
Here's
gosh.
David to tell you more.
The Galaxy S23 series offers impressive performance across the board.
That looks
And
like a
the
cheap
Galaxy
knockoff of
S23
one of
Ultra's
Apple's
design
presentation
builds on that
rooms.
innovative foundation to provide tech that truly delivers.
I love his
The
voice.
Galaxy S23 series has powerful battery while maintaining the smartphone's compact form. The Galaxy S23 and S23 Plus have 3,900 milliamp
Yeah, Mohammed, we're talking about, or Muhammad,
respectively.
we're talking about the S23, but we have like spent like half an hour talking about one camera on one of those. Yeah, now we're talking about the 23 and 23 Plus.
We've improved the cooling system on the Galaxy S23 series, so your smartphone can
Good,
regulate
good.
its temperature
Extra cooling
while
is good.
maintaining powerful performance. The vapor chamber is central to this process and is
Nice,
now larger
nice.
than
The
before.
vapor chamber looks beefy. Apple, follow that
You
up.
can game or stream music and videos for even longer.
Audio playback will still be
As
longer, I believe,
part of
on
our
iPhones.
commitment to open innovation, we've worked closely with our partners at Qualcomm to optimize the Galaxy experience with the brand new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2
What?
for Galaxy.
Yeah, you've slightly
It's the most
overclocked it.
powerful and efficient platform ever in a Galaxy smartphone. And it's the fastest Snapdragon ever.
Yes.
The newly designed CPU microarchitecture boosts the processing abilities of the Galaxy S23 series by about 30% compared
That's
to
not
last
true.
year.
Like, guys,
CPU
no
has
test has
8
shown
cores,
that.
5 dedicated
And,
to
oh,
high
maybe they're
performance
comparing it to the
and 3
Exynos?
for high efficiency. Bringing you
Or
a
maybe
different
they're
you
comparing
can
it to
feel
like
with
the
enhanced
super
multi-core
like
performance.
under like either low clock
When
or
you're
just
multitasking,
not
you can
performance
listen to
sustained
music,
8
download
Gen
new
1.
apps, and scroll through your social media feeds with consistent and efficient processing.
Like
And
20%
today,
max.
You've seen all that the Galaxy S23 series camera can do. Capturing stunning photos in low light requires trillions of calculations per second. And we've optimized our highly efficient NPU architecture that balances performance and power by about 49%.
Okay.
Using an AI algorithm to help you take epic photos and videos. And this year, the most significant improvement is the optimized GPU which is
Yeah, the GPU is the big thing because it got better, especially on the Gen 8 Gen Plus, 8 Plus Gen 1, and now we had 8 Gen 2, which is also 4 nanometers. So especially for like sustained things and maybe even some games, it might actually like edge out the iPhone. The iPhone has a lot more like raw compute, but this I believe is like a better gaming optimized architecture.
With the Galaxy S23 series, you'll experience stronger performance across CPU, NPU, and GPU for faster and smoother gameplay. Upgrades to our GPU are essential to that experience, with optimized frames per second to provide our most powerful gaming experience
Optimized
yet.
frames per second, okay.
Our new GPU also enables a ray tracing module that makes your gaming experience more immersive and lifelike.
No,
Here,
don't
you
use
can
ray
sense the
tracing
gameplay.
on the smartphone.
On the right, you can see the visuals enhanced by ray tracing.
Yeah, you
at the
can
lights and
see
reflections.
the improvement by
In-game
those
lighting,
crappy
reflections, and
reflections.
shadows are
This
even
isn't
more
anything
realistic,
against
so
Samsung.
you
I
get
will
a
be saying the same
PC-like
thing
gaming
if
experience.
Apple introduces ray
And now,
tracing without
gaming outdoors
doubling
is
GPU
even better.
performance.
The entire Galaxy S23 series, Base Plus and Ultra, now features screens with a peak brightness of 1750 nits.
Wait, that's like, okay, I will briefly pause.
Blake?
Okay, no, okay. I'll
Play
just comment
adapts
on
to
it
the
right
lighting
away.
of
Like,
your environment and helps you see your
1750
screen
nits
clearly.
was already the
3 levels of
advertised
brightness
peak
and color
brightness for the S23,
To take the gaming
for the
experience even
22
further,
Plus
we
and
continue
Ultra.
to work
So
with
this
game
is just an
studios,
upgrade for the
publishers, and game
base
engine
model
companies
that they're
to
selling as an
optimize
upgrade for all
performance.
models. But maybe the
The
cooling will
Galaxy
help.
experience pushes the boundaries of tech, providing premium holistic experiences from camera to gaming. It's driven by innovation, designed with you in mind.
It's improvement, but not innovation.
Wait, is that a phone? Look at the performance, the graphics. That thing's a gaming machine. A new challenger. Is that
Like, you couldn't find better games to show that off? Are they appealing like to the Chinese market with like a lot of like mobile gaming? Ugh.
As you can see, you get a powerful gaming experience with the Galaxy S23 series. And Ultra lets you accomplish more in ways that work best for you.
What?
So, for the first time, we're bringing the power of Ultra to our PCs. Introducing the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra.
What? You aren't even finishing talking about your, like, or are you finished? The camera and processor is all you talk about? Like, wasn't it supposed to like have satellite connectivity or something? Like, I mean, it has the right modem for it. And people are saying that MacBooks still have too large bezels. Ultra.
This is a stunning Galaxy Book 3 Ultra right here.
Oh, yet another presentation that goes all in on content creators?
Full glass display,
Or
a slim bezel, and a much wider touchpad. And even though it's thin, it has multiple ports, so you don't need to carry around a USB hub. It's the most advanced PC in the Galaxy Book 3 lineup. And you're probably asking yourself, what are the specs? Let's take a look. The Galaxy Book 3 Ultra
is so
equipped
cringe.
with the latest 13th gen Intel Core processor. You
Great.
can choose from the Core i7 or i9.
And that already kills it for me. Like, I only care this year about AMD on laptops until it goes
with
to
the
like
NVIDIA
Intel 4.
RTX 4070 laptop GPU, and you have the strongest CPU and GPU in the Galaxy Book series.
Okay, Nvidia
There
is
are
okay.
also two new Pro models. The Galaxy Book 3 Pro 360 for those who want the benefits of a tablet
It's
and a
unhinged,
PC
dude.
in one, and the Galaxy Book 3 Pro for everyday performance. I'm super excited that the Pro and Ultra
This will
lineups
flop.
bring our impressive
Unless
dynamic
this is
AMOLED
like
2X
super
displays to our
competitively
PCs
priced.
for the very first time ever.
Okay, it's 120 hertz
Let's see how
OLED.
people are
Okay,
reacting to the
might have a
Ultra
chance
unveil.
if it's well priced.
It seems like people want to see our new PCs in
Creative
action.
work. God, how I love
So I've asked
simplifying
my friends to help me show
work
you what they
types
can
into
create.
creative and productive.
Hey, we've been challenged to show off what the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra can do. Can you help?
Of course. I started creating this model. I'm adding some details here.
The 40 series will be great for Blender, right?
16:10 ratio. With a new crisp
okay.
3K display, that means it's optimized to view more content. And with the new
2880 by
dynamic
1800, a
display,
fantastic
the
resolution.
120%
Not
color
4K,
volume
so
really
it doesn't
makes
eat too
details
much
pop.
into battery
When you're
life.
creating a video,
Not
the
1080p,
NVIDIA
1080p
RTX
sucks.
4070 laptop GPU helps you bring your imagination to life. It's great for editing videos, live
4070.
streaming, or creating
So
complex 3D
4070
renderings,
laptop,
like this
what
one.
would that be like?
Thanks to the 14-core
4060
13th Gen Intel Core
Ti
processor, it delivers
from the
super fast
desktop,
processing
maybe
and high
4060?
bandwidth. That is critical to accelerate content creation and productivity workloads, including complex, data-heavy projects.
Adobe Substance, okay.
The Galaxy Book 3 Ultra's 120 Hz refresh rate and new GPU provide an incredible gaming experience. Its response is fast and smooth, bringing you next-level gaming.
Yeah, which makes it weird that you didn't like
When
at
you
least
combine
put
those
like the
visuals
4070
with
Ti
powerful
or
speakers,
the
you can really immerse
4080.
yourself into the world of your game. When you're playing with the team, being on mic is part of the fun.
Run, run, run. Into the building.
The studio quality microphone has AI noise cancellation.
Everybody tuned
so your
out, I
voice can
love
be
that.
heard with no distractions.
Yes.
Yes. Such a cringe presentation.
It looks like our rendering is done.
That looks awesome.
I'm glad you like it. I'll see you later.
Okay.
We just saw how the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra can help you work and play.
Did
But what
we?
makes a laptop is the ability to take it wherever you go. Let's check in with another friend. She's a creative influencer who's always on the go.
She's
Her
a
Galaxy Book
creative
3 Ultra lets her
influence.
do her best work virtually anywhere.
Oh, God.
The Galaxy Book 3 Ultra and Pro series turns any location into a workspace with advanced phone to PC connectivity.
I think I should have started a drinking game whenever I mumble to myself.
Phone's mobile network.
I have to take a drink.
No need to retype your password. It's just one click.
Yes.
And now,
Age-old
you can continue browsing the
functionality.
recent website from your phone.
It's just
right
now
on
in
your
Windows.
PC.
Great.
When you're working remotely, multi-device connectivity comes in handy. With multi-control, interactions between devices is super seamless and even simpler to control, all from one single point
Good,
of
that's
input.
cool.
You can even copy and paste across displays.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
with second screen, you can turn your tablet into a second display for your PC to make
Yeah,
full
that's
use
exactly
of your
what I'm
PC,
doing right
phone,
now with
and
my
tablet
iPad.
all at once. Hey, how's it coming?
I'm almost done. I'm just gonna add one more thing.
Sure. With intuitive phone to PC connectivity, it's easy to transfer uncompressed RAW images. Once paired through Expert RAW, images sync automatically to the Galaxy
It
Book
just
3
said
Ultra.
uncompressed, but
So you can
it
edit
downloaded
in
a
Adobe
JPEG.
Lightroom and truly make your visions come to
JPEGs
life.
are compressed.
Expert RAW lets you control more aspects of the photography experience, from start to finish.
Ryan,
Hey, how's it going?
I saw the post on social.
I feel like they're doing a disservice, like 120 Hz OLED 1800p. It should be a great screen. It's like, those bezels on the tablet, like on a convertible.
It has touchscreen and S Pen capabilities, letting you
Great.
sketch, draw, and write in more ways. And with nearly zero S Pen latency, you can have a true-to-life pen on paper
Yeah,
experience.
using a stylus and an OLED screen is fire.
Hold on, just 1 second.
Bruh. Please kill me.
So what do you think?
That looks amazing. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thanks, team. for showing us how the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra and Pro series can be used to
I
create
hate
epic
this
projects.
presentation style. It's
Optimizing
so
your time
random,
and
like
creating
everything
seamless
feels
interactions
like it
between
was
your connected
shot by
devices.
different marketing teams.
Because when it comes to
That's like my
creativity,
point.
your
I like
imagination is
the
the
OLED
only
screens.
limit.
I probably
And the
would
Galaxy Book
prefer
3
to buy
series
it on
is
like
up to the
an
task.
MSI laptop. Samsung laptops are notorious for like having really bad customer service and stuff. Also, you don't really get like peak GPU performance. Oh, and you also don't get AMD, which would be much more efficient this year than the 13th gen Intel. It would also likely bring prices down.
You can do so much with the new Galaxy Book 3 Ultra and Galaxy Book 3
I feel like
Pro
people are
series.
tuning in
And we can't
to
wait to
out
see
of
what you
pity
create.
to see if I'm still
We
suffering.
designed these PCs to offer powerful performance through GPU and CPU enhancements,
They have
the
like an
bright
8
and
gig
accurate colors
version.
of our dynamic AMOLED 2X display, and a multi-port design.
4900. Okay,
It's all part of
76
the
watt
Galaxy
hour.
experience,
You never
which
mention
brings you more
milliampere hours
choice
for a
and
laptop.
connection
They are
across
not
the
comparable to what you're
Tell you
doing
more,
with a
here's
smartphone.
Kim.
Like they are from a purely like physics
Galaxy
perspective,
experience is
but most
designed
people
to fit
don't
your
understand the
unique
physics.
lifestyle and preferences. It's all about empowering you to
Wait,
customize
where are you
and
looking?
personalize how you use your
Like
devices
you're looking into
together.
this camera. Why was
And
there?
now we're bringing you even more options so that
Will this be
everyone in
a
the
Charlie
family can do
Chaplin
more with Galaxy.
like sketch where I thought the house like was gonna fall on her?
Your phone should reflect who you are from the outside in. With One UI, you can truly make your smartphone your own by selecting up to 15 photos and videos of your favorite memories for your lock screen. Every part of the lock screen can be customized, so it looks and feels how you want it to.
Good, I like that. That's always been an advantage of Android. Guys, I'm grasping at straws for the presentation. It's not like the phone is somehow worse because the presentation is bad, but the presentation really is bad.
You usually listen to Spotify and pull up a custom playlist. Privacy and security are essential when it comes to your connected experience.
Look, this is such a like. I'm gonna pause this here. Like, you just randomly were talking about like, oh, customization and now like privacy and security. Like, okay, I understand. I care about privacy and security, but like, you cannot do that in such a throwaway manner, right? Like, you didn't finish your last point, now you're getting to this point. This is basically me analyzing the freaking presentation and not the actual device, because I'm given so little. Like, I was given a few things on like the Galaxy Book Ultra, and then we had like a Pro and like the 360 one. Okay, great, fantastic for you to, by the way, not like give us 3 seconds on the spec sheet and not focus like, oh, which device gets like a 4070 and maybe will there be some wattage differences and what is the battery life you can expect from those devices. Sure, I can later go onto the website and look at the spec sheet, but there's a reason why companies like Xiaomi and stuff like that have like started copying like, you know, that Apple interface, like that graph where they have like a lot of like those squircles, those circled squares or squared off circles, however you want to see it, where individual important points of the device are pointed out, right? Like, it has this screen, it has this Wi-Fi thing. It's not like a tech spec thing, it's mostly what has changed or what are the most notable things, right? Even if the display is still the same on like the M2 MacBook Pro, you will point out that it still has like a Super Retina XDR display, right? Why don't we get that here?
Family.
Okay, I think we just skipped the security and privacy
more
thing.
Convenience, and more connection.
Kind of have seen that user interface.
It's gonna start.
Right.
You can bring 2 of the Freestyle projectors together to create a bigger, wider, and more immersive view with improved aspect ratio and minimized black bars. With a single tap, Theater Mode gets your home ready for your favorite film.
activating Do Not Disturb mode so you can watch uninterrupted.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
SmartThings brings you more convenience and connectivity.
Oh, it's probably like a new version of like their home app,
your devices.
which now looks a lot like the Google Pixel Home app, which looks a lot like the Apple
and is
Home
now
app.
compliant with Matter standards. When using the new SmartThings station, you can charge your devices,
Oh,
activate
that's what's
preset
new.
routines, or use it as a hub to connect your smart
Interesting, I
devices
like that.
and appliances.
My rant has cooled down a little.
Flexibility is the foundation of the Galaxy experience. With more options, you can use your technology your way. With increased customization, stronger
You're
privacy
literally
and security,
showing off the same
and a
screens
seamless
as before.
we bring you more ways to personalize your experiences to fit your lifestyle.
So like all those people like look like they were like on a, like you know, like those old like milk cartons with lost children.
The Galaxy experience is designed to fit your lifestyle, no matter how you like to use your tech. The Galaxy S23 series will come with One UI 5.1, and we're excited to announce that One UI 5.1 will be rolling out to more Galaxy devices soon. With nightography,
I
a
love
high-res camera,
soon
and
as the
powerful
timeline.
performance,
Yeah,
the
the
Galaxy
specs are
S23
what I
series
pointed
delivers our
out.
most advanced mobile experience yet. Galaxy S23 series will be available for pre-order starting today. Pricing starts at $799, with the S23 Plus at
Same prices in the
$999,
US as before.
and the S23 Ultra at $1,199.
Yeah, and the battery
The
specs are what I
S22 will be available in
expected.
the US starting at $699.
What?
You
A
can also pre-order the
$100
Galaxy
difference?
Book 3 Pro series today. With the 16-inch Book 3 Pro starting at $1,249.
Book 3 Pro.
And the Book
Book
3 Pro
3 Pro.
360
Come
starting
on.
at $1,300.
Come on, dude. The Galaxy Book 3 Pro 360. Like that's like the RTX series graphics cards where you have like, and now like, okay, let's look at even something worse, like the AMD, like the new XTX chip, like the GPU where you have like FX, then like XTX, like there was a great video on that from like Gamers Nexus. Like, come on, dude, Galaxy. Like, you should also write like Samsung before it. Like Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Pro 360 is like, people would expect you to like stop somewhere mid sentence, but then you're still going on.
Samsung's everyday sustainability commitment starts by addressing climate change.
Okay.
This means achieving net zero carbon emissions.
Good
in
goal.
all our
Like that.
owned consumer products operations by the end of 2030. To move faster to advance these goals, we designed the Galaxy S23 series with the planet and you in mind. From the materials we chose for the product, to what the packaging is made from, to how long it sustains its
And
best
we once again
performance.
don't have a charger in
Let me tell
there
you
or
more.
headphones because
The
those
Galaxy
suck.
S23 series incorporates more recycled materials than any other Galaxy smartphone to date.
Good.
Specifically, the Galaxy S23 Ultra features recycled materials in 12 components, including internal and, for the first time, external components.
You mean
That's
in your
double the amount we
production?
use for the Galaxy S22
What are
Ultra.
external components?
And we're introducing new pre-consumer recycled materials like aluminum and glass, and continuing the use of recycled ocean-bound plastics in the device. The Galaxy S23 series is the first to use Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which contains 22% pre-consumer recycled glass. On the back of the device, we also use PET film, made with up to 80% recycled material. And we're working to eliminate single-use plastics from packaging. The Galaxy S23 series comes in a redesigned box made with paper that's 100% recycled and certified as sustainably sourced.
Fantastic.
Integrating sustainability into the product experience doesn't stop with the Galaxy S23 series.
Oh, it's like a covering like the
Galaxy
PET.
Book 3 series also uses recycled ocean-bound plastic and post-consumer material.
Post-consumer material. Okay.
We all know that a more sustainable lifestyle requires innovative technology that's built to last. And that's why the Galaxy S23 series comes with up to 4 generations of OS upgrades and 5 years of security updates. Samsung opens up endless possibilities that enrich our lives and help create a more sustainable future.
Sorry guys for the low energy stream. I'm actually high energy whenever I rant, but
without compromise and open collaboration with like-minded partners.
like put that dude on the roof when he's talking about it. Do something, right?
To tell you more, please welcome
Put him like on a surfboard. Like, yeah, I know those are memes from like Apple presentations, but there is a reason why WWDC is like awesome.
Thank you so much.
Needs
Over the years, we have
Craig.
reshaped the mobile industry. We have given people better choices. Through our commitment to
Really?
open collaboration
You've kind of
and
only
open
talked about
innovation,
one sensor and
your
one
Galaxy
phone and one
board trusted
processor.
partners, including and especially Qualcomm and Google.
Yeah, makes sense.
Today, we are transforming the future of mobile.
No,
once
you
again
are not.
By building the next XR experience together.
What?
We pursue a future in which immersive, shared experiences
Will
enhance
we
and
get like
enrich
a
people's
VR
lives,
goggles?
revolutionizing how we connect with one another, even on opposite sides of the planet. We'll share real-life experiences in real time. New possibilities for working and playing that we barely even imagine today.
What?
To reveal more about how we are building this future, I am excited to welcome two very special guests to the Unpacked stage. Cristiano Amon
You're
is the
what?
president and CEO of Qualcomm.
Oh yeah, that dude is now like everywhere. Like he was also like at the Sony Honda presentation of like their
He
Afila
started
car.
his career as an engineer, like me, and helped move mobile technology forward through a number of groundbreaking products and services.
Why are you still filming him?
Hiroshi Lackheimer is
Bro.
Google's senior vice president for platforms and ecosystems, and one of the business.
What are you exactly talking about? You just mentioned like a new XR experience, which to me sounds kind of like mixed reality. That is so weird. It feels like the dudes didn't know what they were supposed to do. Oh, we know who gets the preferential treatment.
We are so glad you are with us.
Wait,
I would like to invite Cristiano to kick this off.
Thank you so much, TM. It's really great to be here. And I want to congratulate you and the entire Samsung team on the launch of the amazing Samsung Galaxy S23 series.
She's a Galaxy.
These devices truly set the industry
Did my
benchmark.
audio cut off for like a
Qualcomm and
microsecond?
Samsung have a very long story of collaboration and innovation. It's a partnership that has enabled us to deliver the best mobile experience for more than 25 years.
I usually sweat during those live streams. Definitely not
As we
now.
continue to push the boundaries of what's possible to deliver
I think
leading
even my
premium
grandma stopped
experiences.
watching me.
And the Galaxy S23 is the greatest example.
I have stopped watching
We're
me.
thrilled that this incredible smartphone is powered by the world's fastest and most power-efficient Snapdragon ever.
Yes,
the
the
Snapdragon
Snapdragon
8 Gen 2
2,
mobile platform
the terrible
for
name.
Galaxy.
That makes the name even worse. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2
It features
platform
leading
for
system
Galaxy.
processing performance as well as groundbreaking AI that enables truly extraordinary experiences.
I'm not shitting on the processor, by the way. It's a decent processor.
Which enhances photos and videos in real time for professional quality
I hate when
camera
people just like, oh, it uses
even in
AI.
dark
Like, I
settings.
hope it uses good
And the
AI.
Qualcomm Adreno GPU is optimized to provide ultra-realistic lighting and reflections for desktop-level gameplay.
It's not desktop level
course,
gameplay,
It
guys.
delivers the ultimate
Unless
in
we are talking like
connectivity with the world's best and most reliable 5G modem RF system, as well as industry-leading
like, let's say it's 1/10 of a
Wi-Fi
2060.
and Bluetooth. Galaxy fans across the globe are going to love this device. But we're also collaborating to bring next-generation experiences to other Galaxy products, including laptops, tablets, XR, and more.
Yeah, what is XR? Tell me about XR. Stop freaking teasing me. You are just freaking talking about this because you know in March Apple is introducing their headset. Like, come on.
Products and Google experiences. We have
My
the
Coke is
foundation
empty.
to make these opportunities a reality and drive the future of the spatial internet.
The spatial internet, my god, the amount of like stupid terms in
devices that meet the needs of Galaxy users today and
deceitful
tomorrow.
like marketing bullshit.
Super excited
Like,
to be here and
oh,
congratulations again.
Here in 20 years we might talk about XR. Like, I don't know why it just turned into a combination of like Mickey Mouse and Jordan Peterson, but my god.
Such an exciting vision for all of us. For even more, please take it away, Hiroshi.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here today.
Another guy with his sort of nice voice.
Massive congratulations to the Samsung team. I cannot wait to get my hands on the S23 Ultra in green. Actually, I have a secret. I've been using it for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they would have given it to you for a while. Green looks nice. Not a fan of green in general. That's green.
TM and I last shared the stage together 3 years ago here in San Francisco. I'm truly humbled and inspired by how our partnership hasn't skipped a beat since then, as we've delivered many new experiences that empower you to do more with Google. Our deep collaboration around Google Meet and Messages has been super helpful in bringing people closer together. This includes our rollout of the RCS messaging standard, which
oh my god, is Google here just to pile on their anti-Apple messaging regarding RCS?
On optimizing for large screens to enhance what you can
that
do
is
on
not
Samsung
optimization.
foldables and tablets.
Like, I'm sorry, like,
And on the platform side, we've built a best-in-class wearable platform in
where
Wear
did
OS.
my mouse go? Here.
With the launch of Wear
Like,
OS 3
that just wasn't
There are
optimization.
now over 3 times more active Wear OS watches around the world than before. An exciting space where Google has been investing in for a long time.
Oh my god, please show me something.
Is AR and VR. These technologies are integral to the new phase of computing, as they can change the way we interact with people and information to get things done in the real world. But delivering this next generation of experiences requires cutting-edge, advanced hardware and software. That's why our collaboration with Samsung and Qualcomm.
So where is the device?
Google has been investing in AR experiences that are more immersive and fundamentally different from traditional 2D formats for quite some time.
Yes, you followed Apple quite well.
We've scaled AR Core to over 1 billion Android devices. We've also brought AR to Search, YouTube, and Google Maps. And Google Lens is now being used for more than 8 billion visual searches
That's
per
cool.
month.
That's cool functionality.
These examples are just
Google
a
had that
prelude to a
first.
long-term
Gonna
vision.
admit it easily.
We're working towards a new generation of computing enabled by immersive experiences across brand new
I find it so
form
funny that Google
will
does
further
that while
elevate
they
what
still
you
have the
can do with
Pixel. Ugh.
All this is incredibly exciting, from the hardware.
No,
and
nothing about that
core
is exciting right
technological
now.
capabilities to the apps and services.
Like, exciting would be an actual new device.
Thank you, Hiroshi.
What? They announced like a strategic partnership at an event where they only had like 2 devices?
Trusted collaboration with iconic industry leaders. A whole
that was
greater than
cringes.
the sum of its parts. Bringing the best of our technologies together to transform the future of human connection. Please give a warm hand to our friends.
Please give a warm hand to our friends. Okay. Thought for a second somebody else would like come into the
I'm
stage.
grateful for the chance to connect with all of you today, online and in person.
Great.
Thank you so much for being part of this unpack. I will see you again soon.
Oh, wow, it was exactly an hour. Like, did somebody cut it down like the freaking Joss Whedon cut or of Justice League, where he was forced to adhere to like a certain length? Oh my god. Oh my god, what was that? So yeah, like I don't think I will stay on for far too long unless somebody has like some fun questions in the chat. But overall, I think I will probably like write a couple of essays on this on Twitter over the next couple of days and weeks. Oh my god, that presentation was terrible. Like Pixel presentations have been like hit and miss. They've never reached like great heights, but like they had some fun moments and they have a few good presenters, especially for like camera stuff. Samsung presentations depend highly on the device. Like usually there has been a little more energy when it comes to foldables. But not this, right? Well, this isn't a foldable, right? This once again like just reaffirms my belief that it sucks that the foldables usually come out like half a year later. Like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, like we will not be getting like a 3nm version in September. Pretty convinced of that. So waiting for it to come to a foldable that then will cost more than the S23 Ultra kind of ain't my jam. So, oh my god. Like those devices are actually decent, right? Like you mentioned that like the S23 has and the S23 Plus have like more battery life. Good. Then give us a rough estimate. Tell us it gets you like 1 hour longer through the day, or like they've mentioned like the audio like battery life, like the 99 hours. Okay, good. At least something, right? And then you like, okay, you broke down like the main camera improvements, which kind of sucks for one thing specifically, right? And that is something that I have criticized with Apple, is that you give such great improvements, supposedly great improvements. I'm not a fan of 200 megapixels. I much prefer like what Xiaomi is doing with like full 1-inch sensors that are 100 megapixels. Maybe they will also go crazy with 200, but like, so you've put all of that work into like the main 200 megapixel sensor. You probably now can like zoom 2x without losing too much detail. But then you now have like a 3x zoom, a 10x zoom, or I believe it's like 5x zoom that like goes to 10x based on like pixel aggregation something, but it's a 10 megapixel sensor, so it can do the same thing that like the pixels do. But like when Apple like mentioned like the photonic engine, right, for the iPhone 14, a lot of people didn't understand why do you have like the iPhone 14, which has the same processor as the 13 Pro and supposedly almost the same lenses. Why does it supposedly have better low light? Well, it has a newer light sensor, right? So basically that feeds more data to the ISP and to their neural engine and stuff like that, and the improvements are so minuscule that I just wouldn't worry about it, right? And here like they were pretty open, right? Like, okay, so this processor helps with AI, with the NPU, the faster GPU, the better ISP, etc., etc. Like it helps us capture better photos, especially now dealing with much more pixels. Then my question is like, okay, so why don't you mention something about like just better cameras across the board, right? For like, okay, so you do have like the 50 megapixel cameras. Why don't you mention that they're like, okay, 20, 30, 40% better in like low light thanks to just the processor, just using the same sensors, the same camera arrangement. I'm not trying to shit on what they have. What they have is okay. I'm not happy necessarily that the S23 and 23 Plus are getting higher prices outside the US though, because they really have like no real improvements outside the processor. which really sucks. Like, okay, the S23 has like a brighter display, which is also funny because they were like, oh, it's 1750 nits. Yeah, like the S22 Plus and the S22 Ultra were already 1750 nits. What got better was the S23 versus the S22. So, like, it's just like, I didn't like this event. Like, I'm not even gonna comment anymore about the Galaxy books. Like, confusing. Like, the naming, okay, the naming's terrible, but I can live with that. Like, all companies have like bad names across some products, like new iPad much, right? But like, then they were also like advertising gaming without mentioning for a second how they perform with like whether or not they're connected to power or not. Like, they could have said like, okay, the 4070 is such an efficient chip, right? It's such a small chip in comparison to the 4080 or something. And I mean like the 4080 laptop, not the 4080 desktop, because that would be a completely other discussion. But like, that just is so weird to me, where like they've invested like an hour into this presentation. Literally like 1/3 of it was camera, and like the last 10 minutes or so felt like they were like, XR is coming at some point. For one, I guarantee you if Apple's headset fails, the XR thing, like the same thing will happen to it that happened with Samsung's like a HomePod competitor with like those with the 3 feet, right? That sort of looked like a bar stool. Like, yeah, that thing ain't coming out, dude. If Apple's if Apple's solution doesn't succeed. So yeah, oh god, I wanted to be positive. Like, you heard me in my rumors video. Like, yeah, I'm genuinely excited to see what reviews will say about like changes to the main camera, and then performance with a little bit of battery life discussion, especially over Exynos device. I'm probably gonna watch more like German reviews than I usually do, but then again, German reviews will also, because they will compare it to the Exynos, but then German reviews will also mention that it's more expensive. So that's kind of a double-edged sword. Yeah, so I'm tuning off. We have one viewer left. I have no idea who it is. They are not commenting, which is okay. They probably fell asleep. My Coke is now completely empty, as is my head. So that was basically me reacting to the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked 2023 event with the presentation of the Galaxy S23 and the Galaxy Book 3, the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra, the Galaxy Book 3 Pro 360, I think. Yeah, that is basically made up. I will never remember the names of the Samsung Galaxy books. I don't even think they're like sold widely in all markets. Like, Samsung like had like this weird phase where they hit like 80% giving up on their laptops, and then like they said, oh, we have like good OLED screens, let's try to market them based on that. But build quality still wasn't up to snuff. Like, keyboards and trackpads, they seem to have improved some of that here. I will await reviews, but I will definitely not be reacting to any reviews to those Galaxy books unless they turn out to be amazing or something like that. So expect my next Samsung related content to be when there are reviews of the Galaxy S23 devices, and if those reviews are actually meaningful. Otherwise, I will probably mention those devices when I talk about like the next iPhone 15 rumors, and then I will just summarize whatever like will be the main competition, like across Xiaomi, Samsung, Google. But yeah, that kind of sucked. That was a terrible presentation with decent devices. Not great, like not great devices, even worse presentation. A lot of teasing in the end, a lot of unnecessary and unjustified teasing, which, like, if it turns into something nice, then okay. But otherwise, this is it. Angelica, I say hi back. Okay, they're having a little viewing party. Apparently, I saying hello to everyone. But yeah, this is okay. So now I know who the last viewer is. I will call everyone back. It's one person, so it's not much work. This was MarkTech reacting to the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event. I hated the presentation. I can sort of live with the device announcements. I'm definitely staying Team Apple after this. This is MarkTech tuning out series. Thank you to anyone who watched. We have like 4 viewers apparently. Okay, I think that the live chat counter is kind of messed up, but regardless, my voice is starting to go. Thank you everyone who was there, who maybe still is there. Anybody who wants to then contribute to discussions on Twitter or in future videos. Thank you for making videos like my HomePod video and even like my last Samsung video decently successful. I really love doing this, and I hope we will see each other in the future with more exciting content to share. This is MarkTech tuning out.